Hello, friends. Let's continue the lesson, the gold frame. When Datta started the work of framing the photograph, which that customer brought, and he had to uh, give the photograph with the frame in 4 days to that customer on Tuesday, on the 14th day. So he started working. He placed that picture on the wooden sheet on the floor, and he wanted to take measurement. So he needed the pencil stub, but as usual, he could not find his pencil stub, and he was searching for that pencil stub. And at last, as he could not find the pencil stub, he stood up hurriedly and shook the folds of his dhoti violently. Then what happened? The disaster happened. A tin having enamel paint, a tin having enamel white paint fell down on the picture, and after seeing that horrible thing, after seeing that disaster, Datta was silent. Datta became very silent. He was without movement. He was senseless, and he stood transfixed without movement. What to do now? And when he recovered his senses, when sweat rolled down on his spectacles, so at last, when he recovered his senses, he set about rescuing the picture in such desperate hurry that he made a worse mess of it. Now he was very frightened, and in that fear, he started rescuing the picture in such desperate hurry that he made a worse mess of it. So he wanted to manage the things. He wanted to keep the paint aside from the picture. So he was doing hurriedly without thinking anything, and he did the another bad thing. What he did? He rubbed the picture so hard. Now, while doing the while what I say while cleaning the paint from the picture, he rubbed the picture so hard. He rubbed the picture so hard with a cloth that he peeled off the thin strips of filmy coating from its surface. So while cleaning this, he rubbed the picture so hard that he damaged the filmy coating of the picture. Filmy coating of the picture. He damaged, he spoiled, he rubbed, पुसून टाकलं त्यांनी सगळं जोराजोरात. Before he realized what he had done. Actually, when he was doing this, he did not realize what he was doing. But after some time, he realized that actually he was again damaging the picture more. But it was too late. And when he realized that he was doing a wrong thing, he had done half the old man's face, and nearly all of his turban were gone. What did he damage? Half the old man's face, and nearly all of his turban, जे पगडी त्याच्या डोक्यावर होती, that all the turban was destroyed, and half of the face was destroyed. Now Datta helplessly looked at the venerable trans- elder transformed into thick black specks sticking to the enamel smeared on the rag in his hand. Now Datta helplessly looked at the venerable, respected that elderly person, that elderly old man. The customer showed too much respect to that old man. that venerable, that respected elderly person, the picture of that old old man transformed into thick black specks sticking to the enamel smeared on the rag in his hand. In his hand there was the cloth. With the help of that cloth, he rubbed the picture. So most of the filmy coating was sticked to that rug, to that cloth. He sat with both hands clutching his head, and again he became very nervous. He sat down and he uh, both hands clutching his head. He held his head in both the hands. Every nerve in his head throbbed. Every nerve of his head was beating highly, as if it would tear itself apart if he did not hold it down. If he did not hold his head, then the nerve would tear itself apart. म्हणजे नसा नसा त्याच्या फाटत होत्या असं वाटत होतं. एव्हरी नर्व वॉज इन्क्रीजिंग इन साईज अँड बीटिंग हायली. What answer was he going to offer to the customer who had a fanatic devotion to the photograph he had just mutilated beyond recovery? Now he was thinking, what should I answer to the customer who will come on Tuesday and who had a fanatic devotion to the photograph? When he came with the photograph, he showed too much respect to the elderly person in the photograph. So, what should be the answer? He had just mutilated beyond recovery, and the photograph he damaged, and it was beyond recovery. Now, Datta cannot recover the photograph because he had damaged, he had spoiled that photograph. His imagination ran wild. His imagination, he was thinking rapidly. His imagination ran wild, suggesting nightmarish consequences, frightening consequences to his own dear self and to the fragile, inflammable shop. He knew that what will happen. So he was thinking what consequences he and his shop, inflammable, जळाऊ अशा प्रकारचा तो वुडन शॉप he had. So there may be consequences to himself and to the shop also, he was thinking. He racked his brain for a long while. He thought for a long while till sheer exhaustion calmed his agitated nerves and made him accept the situation with a hopeless resignation. He was thinking what to do now, and at last he tired and he became calm down. And now his agitated, angry nerves had calmed down and made him accept the situation. Now, at last, he accepted the situation, what he had done. Now, with a hopeless resignation. Meanwhile, the plethora of gods, plethora means a lot of gods, saints, and sages gazed down at him from the walls with a transcendental smile. Now he was sitting and looking here and there. Now he saw on the wall of the shop and he saw the various pictures of gods and saints and sages, and as if they all were gazing towards him with a transcendental smile, with a transcendental heavenly smile, as if they were saying that, "Oh Datta, now you should pray to us. Now you should pray to us." With a fervent appeal in his heart, he stared at them. So Datta also, uh, with a fervent, strong appeal in his heart, he stared at them. And Datta also was staring to those photographs of the gods and saints and sages which were hung on the wall of his shop. Datta started staring at them as if he was appealing to all the gods and saints that they should save Datta from this situation. So like this, he was staring at them. In his state of mind, it did not register for quite a while that a particular photograph of a person on the wall had held his attention rather more than it was qualified to do. When he started staring towards the pictures of the gods, suddenly his eyes fell on one photograph. One photograph. He had held his attention towards that photograph, and that photograph, it was an ordinary portrait of a middle aged man in a dark suit and a stripped tie. And it was the photograph of a middle aged man in a dark suit and stripped tie, पट्टेदार टाय असलेल्या आणि डार्क सूट त्याच्यामध्ये असलेलं द मिडल एजेड मॅनचा एक फोटोग्राफ, एक पिक्चर वॉज हंग ऑन द वॉल. सो ही स्टेअर्ड while looking all the gods and saints, his attention held towards that photograph of a middle aged man having dark suit and striped tie, resting his right arm jauntily on a studio prop. There was in the photograph, his hand was resting on the prop. Prop means a thing for the support to keep one's hand while having a photograph. So that photograph of a middle-aged man, his arm confidently rested on a studio prop made to look like a fluted Roman pillar. Datta was amazed to see that he had a faint likeness to the late lamented old man. Now, this photograph, Datta was amazed to see that this photograph was like to the photograph of the late lamented old man, or the photograph of the customer. Photograph of the customer. It was like the photograph of the customer, which Datta damaged now. The more he gazed at the face, the more convincing it appeared to him. And the more he started gazing, staring towards that photograph, the more he thought that it was convincing. It appeared convincing to him. It appeared convincing to him. He was convinced that the photograph of this middle-aged man resembled to the photograph of the customer, but he dismissed the odd resemblance he saw as one of those tricks of a thoroughly fagged out mind. Thoroughly fagged out mind means tired mind. इन हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, थकेले दिमाग की उपज. तो उसका दिमाग थकेला नहीं था, इसलिए ही डिसमिस्ड. सो ही डिसमिस दिस थॉट. All the same, at the back of his mind, an idea began to take shape. But meanwhile, at the same time, he began to think about an idea. An idea came to his mind. He saw the possibility of finding an acceptable substitute. He thought that he should find out an acceptable substitute, acceptable option. He should find out. Now, as he damaged the photograph of the customer, the customer had brought. Now what to do? So when he saw the photograph of a middle-aged man which was hung on the wall, he had an idea to find out the substitute of the photograph which the customer had brought. Now what to do? He brought down the old wooden box. He brought down the old wooden box in which he had kept all the photographs unclaimed over the years. We have seen that there were many customers who brought their photographs to be framed, but they never came again. They never came again to take their photographs. So what did Datta do? Datta kept these photographs in a wooden box. Now he brought down that wooden box and he searched these photographs. As he rummaged in it, as he opened the box and started searching it. Panicky cockroaches and spiders scurried helter skelter all over the floor. As he opened the box, cockroaches and spiders hurriedly came back, and they started moving helter skelter here and there all over the floor. Unmindful of them, Datta did not mind about cockroaches and spiders. He did not pay much attention towards the cockroaches and spiders because he wanted to search a particular photograph. Unmindful of them, Datta anxiously searched for the brownish photographs of the old man's vintage, old man's period, or man's age, old age. So he was searching for the brownish photograph of the old man. Soon there was a pile before him. He was taking out one by one all the photographs, and the photographs of old men he was keeping aside. Now there was a pile, एक ढीग त्याच्यासमोर तयार झाला. Pile before him. He was surprised he could pick up so many which qualified to take the old man's place. Now he was surprised that there were a lot of photographs uh, which resembled the photograph of the customer, but he had to reject a lot of them. But from that a lot of pictures, he rejected most of them. He rejected a lot of them. In most of the portraits, why did he reject? In most of the portraits, the subjects sported a very conspicuous flower vase next to them, and or overdressed grandchildren sat on their laps, and therefore had to be rejected. For two reasons, Datta rejected most of the portraits. Why? Which were these two reasons? There was a flower pot. There was a clearly visible flower pot. Second, there were overdressed grandchildren sat on their laps, on the laps of the old men. ऑन द लॅप्स, मांडीवर बसलेले वेगवेगळ्या ड्रेसमध्ये मधले नातू, ग्रँड चिल्ड्रेन सॅट ऑन देअर लॅप्स. सो फॉर दीज टू रिझन्स ही रिजेक्टेड मोस्ट ऑफ द portraits which he brought from the wooden box. Luckily, there was one. Luckily, there was one with which Datta felt he could take fair risk. And luckily, he found one portrait, one photograph there he could take risk. The print had yellowed a bit. The print had yellowed means एकदम पिवळसर झालेला because of the old, because of the dust and oldness. It had become yellowed, noticeable, but he calculated that the total effect when put in a dazzling gold frame would render it safe. Though it was yellowish, too much yellowish, but he calculated, he imagined, he thought that the total effect when put in a dazzling gold frame, when he would put this photograph into a dazzling, glittering gold frame, it would uh, it would be a safe, it would become a better one. After a couple of hours, after a couple of hours means after 2 hours concentrated work, he sat back and proudly surveyed the old man's double. His After working for 2 hours, he sat back calmly and he surveyed double twice what he had done, looking resplendent in his gold frame. Now he had made the golden frame of the photograph which he searched from the wooden box. It was looking royal. It was looking royal, like kingly gold frame. He was so pleased, he was so happy with his achievement that he forgot he was taking perhaps one of the greatest risks any frame maker ever took. Now he had made a golden frame of the portrait which he brought. He searched from the wooden box which he thought this portrait resembled the portrait or the picture of the customer that he had brought that picture to be framed. Now he had made a golden frame, glittering frame, and he, after making this, he was very happy, and he forgot that he was taking one of the greatest risks any frame maker ever took. He even became bold enough. Now he was very confident, and he thought that he would challenge the customer if his faking was discovered, his falsehood, his wrong done was discovered. If the customer discovered, and the customer would uh, tell me that this is not his picture, then he decided to say to the customer, he decided, now he is thinking, what would he say to the customer? Look, my dear man, he would say, I don't know who has been fooling you. That is the picture you brought here for framing. Take it or throw it away. ये देखो, आई डोंट नो हु हैज़ बीन फूलिंग यू. तुम्हें कौन मूर्ख बना रहा है मुझे नहीं पता. दैट्स द पिक्चर यू ब्रॉट हियर फॉर फ्रेमिंग. यही पिक्चर है आपने फ्रेमिंग के लिए लाया था. टेक इट और थ्रो इट अवे. ये पकड़ो नहीं तो फेंको. ये ले जाओ नहीं तो फेंक दो. म्हणजे अशा प्रकारचा कॉन्फिडन्स ही हॅड गेन्ड वेन ही मेड न्यू गोल्डन फ्रेम of the photograph, different photograph, wrong photograph. He became very confident, and he would challenge the customer, and he was practicing, he was thinking that what he would say the customer if he found out my wrong or false deed. So this is how he was thinking when the customer would come, and what he was going to tell the customer, and how he would challenge the customer. He was thinking and he was practicing. This was the confidence built through the gold frame which he made for the picture, for the portrait. Now what will happen when the customer will come? We will see in the next video.